I asked my brother, I said, what are your plans? How are you and Kate getting up there? And then a couple of hours later, you know, all of the family members that live within the Windsor and Ascot area were jumping on a plane together, playing with 12, 14, maybe 16 seats.
You were not invited on that plane?
I was not invited.
Deep under Buckingham Palace, where no one was ever supposed to look, something was hiding. A long, dark tunnel, hidden for who knows how many years. No one knew it was there. Until now. When the FBI and British investigators uncovered the passage, they thought it was just another forgotten tunnel. But the second they stepped inside, everything changed. Their faces went pale. Their hands started shaking. Because what they found wasn't just old or mysterious. It was something no one was ever meant to see. And the biggest question of all, who built this? And what were they trying so hard to hide? The discovery of the secret tunnel. It all started with a tiny mistake. Something so small that at first nobody thought much of it. A maintenance worker inside Buckingham Palace was doing a routine check in the basement. Nothing exciting, just another regular day on the job. He was fixing an underground pipe when he noticed something strange. As he walked across the stone floor, one of the tiles beneath his feet sounded hollow. At first he thought nothing of it, but the sound stuck in his mind. So, out of curiosity, he knocked on the floor again. Hollow. He knocked again. This time, louder. Echo. That's when he knew there was empty space beneath the floor. He reported it to Palace security, thinking it might be a structural problem. Maybe an old storage room. Maybe an abandoned basement. Who knew? But what happened next changed everything. That very night, security cameras in the palace picked up something even more bizarre. One of the basement floor tiles, the same one the worker had knocked on, had shifted overnight. No one had touched it. No one had been down there. Yet somehow, between midnight and early morning, the floor had moved. Now, this wasn't a haunted house, and this wasn't supposed to happen inside one of the most secure buildings in the world. By morning, officials were called in to investigate. At first, they thought it might be a sinkhole or maybe just old, unstable flooring. But when they finally lifted that loose tile, they found something that no one expected. A hidden staircase, leading straight downward. The air that rose from it was cold. Not the kind of cold you'd expect from an old basement. This was deeper, older. A cold that felt like it had been trapped for centuries. That's when the FBI got involved. Now you might be wondering, why would the FBI care about a tunnel under Buckingham Palace? Well, here's the thing. For years, intelligence agencies had been investigating missing historical artifacts, rare items, documents, and treasures that had vanished without a trace. Some believed these priceless objects weren't lost at all. Some believed they were hidden. And some even whispered rumors of secret tunnels beneath London, leading to places the public was never meant to find. So when this underground passage was discovered, the FBI, along with British intelligence officers, had to act fast. Because if this tunnel was connected to something bigger, it meant history had been hiding a very dark secret. Entering the tunnel. The moment they stepped inside, it felt like stepping into another world. The tunnel was narrow, barely wide enough for two people to walk side by side. The walls were made of ancient bricks, some crumbling, others covered in moss. The air was damp and heavy, carrying the smell of earth, stone, and something else. Something old. The deeper they went, the more the air changed. It wasn't just cold anymore. It was thick. It clung to their skin, as if the tunnel itself had been sealed off for so long that even the air didn't belong to this time. Then, they saw something that shouldn't have been there. Footprints, fresh ones. Now think about this. If this tunnel had been hidden for centuries, no one should have been down here. So who had left these? And how recently? The agents exchanged nervous glances. Was someone else down here with them? They pressed forward, flashlights cutting through the darkness. And then, they saw something even stranger. A single torch, still burning. That's when their stomachs dropped. If the tunnel had been abandoned for hundreds of years, then that flame shouldn't exist. Someone had lit it recently. But who? And where were they now? They pushed deeper. The tunnel stretched farther than they expected. The walls changed, shifting from neatly stacked bricks to rough, jagged stone, as if parts of the tunnel had been carved by hand. That's when they saw the first sign of something truly disturbing. A stack of wooden crates, half broken, covered in dust. One had split open, revealing documents so old that the paper looked like it would crumble with a single touch. The agents carefully pulled one out. The writing was faded, but the moment they saw it, their blood ran cold. Latin. Handwritten. Old royal seals stamped across the pages. Were these secret documents from the past? Lost records? Hidden messages? But before they could examine further, they noticed the tunnel took a sharp turn. And at the very end of that turn, a massive, rusted iron door. It stood half buried in the stone, its edges sealed tight with something that looked like wax or old cement. One of the agents stepped forward, reaching out to touch it. The metal was ice cold, even though the tunnel wasn't freezing. Then, as his fingers brushed the surface, thud, a sound from the other side. They froze. Everyone turned to each other, eyes wide. Was something in there? The agent hesitated, then pressed his ear against the metal. Silence. Then, another thud. This time, louder. This time, closer. The FBI agents pulled back, exchanging glances. Some of them wanted to open it, others weren't so sure. But before they could make a decision, the door shuddered, like someone or something was trying to get out. At this point, the team had a choice. Do they open the door, or do they seal this tunnel forever? Whatever was behind it, someone had locked it away. The real question was, why? And more importantly, what if it was never meant to be found? Who knew about this tunnel? Now here's the big question. Did the royal family know about this tunnel? I mean, think about it. Buckingham Palace has been standing for hundreds of years. You'd expect that the people living inside would know every inch of it, right? But what if they didn't? Let's say the tunnel was built centuries ago. Maybe it was dug long before Buckingham Palace even existed in its current form. Maybe it was once connected to an older building that stood here before. That would mean the royal family might not have known about it at all. But then again, how could they not know? We're talking about a tunnel right beneath their feet. Could it be that some members of the royal family were aware of it, but they kept it a secret? What if this tunnel was used for something they didn't want the public to know about? Maybe secret meetings? Maybe something even darker? And here's another thought. If the royal family didn't know, then who did? Someone had to build it. Someone had to use it. And most importantly, someone had to keep it hidden for all these years. So, who were they? If not the royal family, then who built it? And why? All right, let's assume for a moment that the tunnel wasn't built by the royals. That opens up a whole new set of possibilities. Could it have been built by a secret society? Maybe a group of spies? Or could it have been made for something even more mysterious? London is a city full of history, and throughout the years, it has been home to many powerful people. Kings, queens, politicians, war strategists, and even criminals. Maybe this tunnel was built as an escape route for someone important. Maybe it was a passage for spies during a war. And here's a chilling idea. What if it wasn't just used for transportation? What if this tunnel had a darker purpose? Imagine this. Centuries ago, someone, maybe a secret organization, dug this tunnel and used it to smuggle things. Or even people. Could it have been connected to human trafficking? Could prisoners have been kept there? Could this have been a hidden dungeon? The more you think about it, the more questions pop up. Because if this tunnel was built for a reason, and someone went through so much effort to hide it, then whatever happened down there had to be something big. Is this evidence of a hidden part of British history? We all learn about history in school. We hear about kings, queens, wars, and revolutions. But here's the thing. History is always written by the winners. What if there's another side to British history that we've never been told? If this tunnel was never meant to be found, then it's safe to say that it was part of a secret. But what kind of secret? Could it be something that changes what we thought we knew about Buckingham Palace? Maybe this tunnel was used during a time of crisis, and no one ever documented it. Or maybe it was deliberately erased from history. If that's the case, we have to ask, why? What was so dangerous about this tunnel that people wanted to pretend it never existed? Could it lead to another part of London that was once a secret meeting place? Could it be connected to old government dealings? Or could it be something far more mysterious, like a hidden underground network that only a select few knew about? The fact that no one spoke about this tunnel before means that someone wanted it to stay buried. But as we all know, the truth always comes out. Government cover-ups. Now, let's talk about the government. If something this massive was just discovered beneath one of the most famous buildings in the world, why haven't we heard about it in the news? Could it be that the government is trying to cover it up? It wouldn't be the first time governments have hidden information from the public. And let's be real. If this tunnel holds something really shocking, do you think they would just tell us right away? Probably not. Imagine if this discovery exposed something that could change the way people view the British monarchy. Imagine if it revealed something about past kings and queens that would make people question everything. That would be a huge scandal. So what does the government do in situations like this? Simple. They keep quiet. Maybe they've already sealed off the tunnel. Maybe they're investigating in secret. Or maybe they've known about this tunnel for years but didn't want the public to find out. But here's the real question. Can they really keep something this big a secret forever? In today's world, where information spreads like wildfire, it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. Could it be tied to a major historical event? History is full of mysteries, and some of them might just connect to this tunnel. What if it played a role in a major historical event? World War II. During World War II, London was a city of spies, hidden codes, and secret operations. The British government built many underground bunkers and escape tunnels during this time. Could this be one of them? Maybe it was an emergency escape route for the royal family in case of an attack. Or what if it was used against the royal family? Maybe enemy spies used this tunnel to infiltrate the palace. Maybe someone important went missing through this tunnel, and that's why it was covered up. The Cold War. During the Cold War, intelligence agencies like MI6 and the CIA were involved in all kinds of secret activities. Could this tunnel have been a meeting place for spies? Maybe a place where classified documents were exchanged? Maybe even a place where someone was silenced forever? Ancient royal scandals. The British monarchy has seen its fair share of scandals over the centuries. Affairs, betrayals, even mysterious disappearances. Could this tunnel be connected to one of those stories? Maybe a secret lover of a king or queen used this tunnel to sneak in and out. Maybe a missing servant was hidden here. Or maybe someone was imprisoned down there and never made it out. There are so many possibilities, and each one is more terrifying than the last. How does this change what we know about Buckingham Palace? Let's be honest. When we think of Buckingham Palace, we think of royalty, luxury, and tradition. But this discovery proves that there's another side to this place, one that has been kept in the shadows. If this tunnel really is as old as it seems, then what else is hidden beneath Buckingham Palace? Could there be more tunnels? More secret rooms? Could there be an entire underground world that we've never even imagined? And if the people in power have been keeping this a secret for so long, what else are they hiding? This discovery doesn't just change what we know about Buckingham Palace, it changes what we know about history itself. Because if a tunnel like this can stay hidden for centuries, then what other secrets are still buried beneath our feet? Are secret tunnels under Buckingham Palace real? London is an old city with a deep, complicated history. Beneath its streets, there's another world. Hidden tunnels, forgotten passageways, and underground chambers that most people don't even know exist. Some of these tunnels are hundreds of years old. Others were built in secret and never officially recorded. One of the most famous underground places is the Tower of London, which has tunnels that date back to medieval times. These tunnels were used for escape, for moving prisoners, and even for smuggling goods. Some say they were also used for something much darker. secret executions that history tried to erase. Then there's Whitehall, the center of the British government. It has underground bunkers and secret passages built during World War II. Winston Churchill himself used these hidden tunnels to move around safely while bombs fell over London. And let's not forget Windsor Castle, one of the royal family's favorite homes. It has tunnels leading in and out of the castle, which some say were used by kings and queens as escape routes during dangerous times. There are even rumors that some of these tunnels connect directly to Buckingham Palace. Now here's the big question. If these secret tunnels exist in other royal buildings, why wouldn't Buckingham Palace have them too? In fact, there are stories about a tunnel leading from Buckingham Palace all the way to Whitehall. Some even believe there's an entrance hidden inside a well-known London pub called the Red Lion. The idea is that if the royal family or government officials ever needed to escape quickly, they could take the tunnel instead of going through the streets. But what if these tunnels weren't just used for escape? What if they were used for something else? Whenever we hear about secret tunnels, we usually think of exciting things. Hidden treasures, spies sneaking through the night, or daring prison escapes. But tunnels can also hide dark secrets. And the one under Buckingham Palace? It might have been used for something no one was supposed to see. Think about it. Why would such a tunnel exist? If it was just for escape, why keep it a secret for so long? There must be another reason. One that the public was never meant to find out. One chilling theory is that the tunnel was used to smuggle people, but not in the way you might think. There have been whispers, rumors, and old stories suggesting that tunnels like this could have been used to move prisoners, spies, or even enemies of the crown without anyone knowing. Imagine being taken into the palace and never being seen again. Could this tunnel be connected to something like that? And then there's another theory, one that's even more disturbing. Some people believe that certain underground tunnels in London were used for secret meetings, rituals, or activities that had to stay hidden from the public eye. These stories have never been proven, but history is full of things that were once dismissed as crazy theories, only to be revealed as true years later. So what was this tunnel actually for? Was it a simple escape route, a smuggling passage, or something much, much darker? Possible theories behind the tunnel. There are a few possible explanations for why this tunnel exists. Some make perfect sense. Others, not so much. But they all lead to one big mystery. Why was it kept hidden for so long? Was it built as an escape route? The most logical reason for a tunnel under Buckingham Palace would be to help the royal family escape if they were ever in danger. Think about it. If an enemy army invaded London, or if a revolution started, the king or queen couldn't just walk out the front door. They would need a way to leave without anyone noticing. History has plenty of examples of rulers using secret tunnels to escape. In France, King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette tried to flee during the French Revolution. But they didn't have a hidden passage, so they were caught and executed. Maybe the British monarchy learned from that mistake and made sure they had a way out, just in case. But here's where things get strange. If this tunnel was really for escape, wouldn't it be common knowledge by now? Wouldn't it be recorded somewhere in history? Yet, no official records mention it. So either it was built in complete secrecy, or it wasn't meant for escaping at all. Was it used for smuggling? Smuggling is another strong possibility. Throughout history, tunnels have been used to move illegal goods, weapons, or even people without detection. Imagine this. Long ago, before modern security systems, Buckingham Palace was receiving something or someone that couldn't be seen by the public. Maybe it was valuable treasure, rare artifacts, or even dangerous people that the monarchy wanted to keep hidden. There's also the possibility that spies used this tunnel. London has always been a city of espionage. During World War II and the Cold War, intelligence agents were everywhere, and hidden tunnels were the perfect way to transport top-secret information without being tracked. Could this tunnel have played a role in something like that? Or was it something even bigger? Could it be connected to other underground networks? London has an entire network of underground tunnels, many of which are still unexplored. What if this tunnel under Buckingham Palace isn't just one tunnel, but part of a larger system? We know that the London Underground, the subway system, has abandoned stations and secret tracks that the public isn't allowed to see. We also know that old buildings, like the Houses of Parliament, have underground passageways that lead to unknown places. So what if this tunnel connects to all of them? If that's the case, the tunnel under Buckingham Palace could lead anywhere, to another royal building, to a hidden bunker, or maybe even to a place that nobody has discovered yet. And here's a crazy thought. What if the tunnel is still being used today? Imagine walking through London, completely unaware that beneath your feet, something is moving. Something hidden. Something secret. Maybe that's why the FBI got involved. Maybe they didn't just find a tunnel. Maybe they found something inside it. Something that wasn't supposed to be found. But what do you think? Was this tunnel an escape route? A hidden prison? Or something even darker? Do you believe the royal family knew about it? Or is there an even bigger cover-up at play? Let's talk about it in the comments. I want to hear your theories. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's most mysterious discoveries, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. There's so much more to uncover. Princess Charlotte has become a symbol of this generational shift. Her public appearances have always been characterized by her poise and composure. But behind the polished image lies a young royal navigating the pressure of her circumstances. Will she embrace her role as part of William's vision for a modern monarchy? Or will she resist, seeking to carve out her own path? The question is one that no one can answer yet, but it's clear that Charlotte's reaction carries significant weight. Her silent struggle mirrors the very challenges facing the royal family. How to balance tradition with the demands of an evolving world. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla's struggle highlights another layer of this unfolding story. After decades of public scrutiny, Camilla's promotion to Queen Consort was meant to be the crowning moment of her journey. Yet as Prince William consolidates his power, Camilla finds herself increasingly sidelined. For someone who worked tirelessly to secure her place in the monarchy, her exclusion is both frustrating and symbolic. The younger generation, William and Catherine, have taken center stage, leaving Camilla questioning her legacy. While her title remains intact, her influence is fading, and many are left wondering if this marks the beginning of the end of her role as a key player in the monarchy. Behind closed doors, insiders suggest that King Charles and Camilla are facing growing strain in their relationship. As Charles leans on William and Catherine to lead, Camilla's frustrations have only deepened. While the public remains largely unaware of this silent battle, the cracks are becoming harder to ignore. Charles may have intended to secure the monarchy's future by elevating William, but in doing so, he has inadvertently left Camilla on the periphery. Will she fight to reclaim her place, or will she accept her diminishing role within the palace? The future of the monarchy hangs in the balance, and every decision made now will have lasting consequences. Princess Charlotte. A key to the monarchy's future. Princess Charlotte's story is more than just a footnote in the royal family's journey. It's a reflection of the delicate balance between old traditions and the new world William is working to create. At such a young age, Charlotte is already grappling with the pressures of being part of one of the world's most watched families. The royal household has spent years carefully crafting her public image, presenting her as poised, mature, and ready for the responsibilities she will inevitably face. Yet William's bold decisions have made her role far more complex, and Charlotte now faces a crossroads that could define her place in the monarchy for decades to come. As William and Catherine rise in prominence, Princess Charlotte is left to wonder what this means for her future. Once seen as part of the supporting cast to her older brother, Prince George, Charlotte is now being viewed in a new light. Her father's modern vision for the monarchy means that the expectations placed upon her are evolving. No longer just a child in the background, Charlotte is increasingly positioned as a key figure in the monarchy's future. But the question remains, how will she respond to the shifting tides of power within her family? The monarchy has always been defined by its ability to adapt to the times, but this transition has been anything but smooth. The silent tension between the older and younger generations of royals is impossible to ignore, and Princess Charlotte's reaction to her father's decisions has captured the public's attention. While Charlotte has often been praised for her grace and maturity beyond her years, this moment is testing her in ways that no young royal should have to endure. As William continues to reshape the monarchy's role in the modern world, Charlotte must find her footing amidst the chaos. Her journey is not just personal, it is symbolic of the greater challenges facing the royal family. Can Charlotte embrace the responsibilities that come with her position? Or will she push back against the weight of her family's expectations? Will she step forward and become an integral part of William's vision? Or will she quietly resist the changes that threaten to redefine her role? The choices she makes in these formative years could have far-reaching consequences, not only for herself, but for the monarchy as a whole. The royal family's journey has always been one of evolution, but the stakes have never been higher. With Prince William's decisions shaking the very foundation of the monarchy, the spotlight now falls on Charlotte. Her silent struggle represents more than just a personal challenge. It's a reflection of the monarchy's future. The decisions made today will shape the family's legacy for generations, and Charlotte is at the center of it all. Will she embrace her role as a modern royal, or will the pressures of palace life prove to be too much? As the dust settles on William's bold power play, the royal family stands on the brink of a new era. The rise of William and Catherine has shifted the balance of power, and the once unshakable traditions of the monarchy are being tested like never before. Princess Charlotte's journey through this transition will be pivotal, as she navigates the challenges of a rapidly evolving institution. The choices she makes now will determine not only her legacy, but also the future of the monarchy itself. The world is watching closely as this story unfolds. The pressure on William to lead the royal family into a new era is immense, but the challenges facing Princess Charlotte are equally significant. As her father consolidates power and reshapes the institution, Charlotte must find her place in this new world. Will she rise to the occasion and embrace her role, or will she resist the forces pulling her in multiple directions? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Princess Charlotte's journey is far from over, and the future of the monarchy hangs in the balance. The royal household has spent years carefully crafting her public image, presenting her as poised, mature, and ready for the responsibilities she will inevitably face. Yet William's bold decisions have made her role far more complex, and Charlotte now faces a crossroads that could define her place in the monarchy for decades to come. As William and Catherine rise in prominence, Princess Charlotte is left to wonder what this means for her future. Once seen as part of the supporting cast to her older brother, Prince George, Charlotte is now being viewed in a new light. Her father's modern vision for the monarchy means that the expectations placed upon her are evolving. No longer just a child in the background, Charlotte is increasingly positioned as a key figure in the monarchy's future. But the question remains, how will she respond to the shifting tides of power within her family? The monarchy has always been defined by its ability to adapt to the times, but this transition has been anything but smooth. The silent tension between the older and younger generations of royals is impossible to ignore, and Princess Charlotte's reaction to her father's decisions has captured the public's attention. While Charlotte has often been praised for her grace and maturity beyond her years, the world is watching closely as this story unfolds. The pressure on William to lead the royal family into a new era is immense, but the challenges facing Princess Charlotte are equally significant. As her father consolidates power and reshapes the institution, Charlotte must find her place in this new world. Will she rise to the occasion and embrace her role, or will she resist the forces pulling her in multiple directions? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. Princess Charlotte's journey is far from over, and the future of the monarchy hangs in the balance.
If you look at the coronation footage, as the king and queen leave the thrones and head for the exit of Westminster Abbey on the Coronation Saturday, you'll see that everyone bows and curtsies to the king, and no one moves a limb, a muscle, when Camilla passes. And that was because they were angry with Camilla. Camilla brought 20 Parker Bowleses to the coronation. There were 4 Middletons. All the people that helped Camilla get the crown on her head were excluded from that coronation, and they were furious. And not only that, Kate and William were angry too. And that anger, of course, Harry was angry, that anger went right through that small part of the congregation by the throne, by the centre of Westminster Abbey.
Princess Kate's refusal to curtsy to Queen Camilla during a recent public event has become a focal point of royal watchers and media alike, triggering a wave of speculation about what might be going on behind the closed doors of the British royal family. This incident, while seemingly minor, has brought to light the complexities of royal protocol, the relationships between senior royals, and the public's fascination with even the smallest gestures within the monarchy. For centuries, the British royal family has been steeped in tradition, with every move, gesture, and word often carrying significant weight. The act of curtsying, in particular, is more than just a polite gesture. It is a deeply symbolic act of respect and acknowledgement of rank within the royal hierarchy. The sight of Princess Kate, the wife of the future king, choosing not to curtsy to the current queen consort, was therefore a moment loaded with potential meaning. Observers at the event noted that as the royal family gathered, there was a palpable tension in the air. All eyes were on Kate as she approached Queen Camilla. Traditionally, as the Princess of Wales, Kate would be expected to show deference to Camilla, who, as queen consort, holds a higher rank. However, instead of the customary curtsy, Kate merely nodded politely before continuing on her way. The deviation from protocol was subtle, but in the world of royalty, where every gesture is scrutinized, it was enough to set off a flurry of rumors and discussions. Some insiders suggest that Kate's decision may have been influenced by a series of recent events that have strained her relationship with Camilla. It's no secret that the royal family has faced numerous challenges over the years, from the death of Princess Diana to the ongoing struggles with public perception and the media. These challenges have, at times, created rifts between different members of the family, and it's possible that these tensions are now playing out in public view. One potential source of tension could be the differing approaches Kate and Camilla have taken toward their royal duties. Kate, known for her modern approach and emphasis on mental health and children's issues, has become a beloved figure in the UK and beyond. Her calm demeanor and dedication to her role have won her widespread praise, particularly among the younger generation of royal watchers. On the other hand, Camilla's journey to becoming queen consort has been fraught with challenges, including her long and controversial relationship with King Charles, which was initially met with public skepticism. Over time, Camilla has worked hard to carve out her own role within the monarchy, focusing on issues such as domestic violence and literacy. Despite their different approaches, both women are united by their commitment to the monarchy and their families. However, the recent incident suggests that there may be underlying differences in how they view their roles and each other. Some sources close to the royal family have hinted that there may have been disagreements over how certain royal duties should be handled or how public appearances should be managed, leading to a build-up of tension that finally surfaced in this public moment. This isn't the first time that the British royal family has found itself at the center of public scrutiny due to interpersonal dynamics. The relationship between Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana, for example, was often portrayed as complex, with Diana's popularity and modern approach sometimes clashing with the traditionalism of the monarchy. Similarly, the relationship between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and the rest of the royal family has been a source of intense media interest and public debate, particularly after the couple's decision to step back from their royal duties and the subsequent revelations about their experiences within the family. In many ways, the monarchy's public image is shaped as much by these personal relationships as by official duties and public engagements. The British public, and indeed people around the world, have a deep fascination with the royal family, viewing them not just as leaders, but as symbols of continuity, tradition, and national identity. As such, any sign of discord or deviation from the norm within the family is often magnified, leading to intense speculation and debate. The incident involving Kate and Camilla has also highlighted the challenges that come with navigating the complex world of royal protocol. While the rules and traditions of the monarchy are designed to maintain order and respect, they can also be a source of tension, particularly when personal feelings come into play. In this case, Kate's decision not to curtsy may have been a way of asserting her own identity and independence within the rigid structure of the royal family. The British royal family, with all its grandeur and tradition, is often seen as a symbol of continuity and stability in a rapidly changing world. Yet incidents like the one involving Princess Kate and Queen Camilla reveal the human side of this storied institution, where personal relationships and emotions intersect with the demands of duty and protocol. The refusal to curtsy might seem like a small act, but in the context of royal life, it carries significant weight, shedding light on the complexities and challenges that come with being part of such a unique and scrutinized family. As the public and media continue to speculate on the meaning behind this moment, it serves as a reminder that the royals, despite their elevated status, are not immune to the intricacies of personal dynamics. The balance between upholding tradition and navigating modern relationships is a delicate one, and this incident underscores the ongoing evolution of the monarchy as it seeks to remain relevant in the 21st century. In the coming years, as Kate and other younger royals take on more prominent roles, moments like these will likely shape how they are perceived both within the family and by the public. Will they adhere strictly to tradition, or will they seek to redefine their roles in a way that reflects their own values and the changing expectations of society? The answer to this question will play a crucial role in determining the future of the monarchy. For now, this incident stands as a moment of reflection, not just for the royal family, but for all who follow their story. It highlights the ongoing tension between personal feelings and public expectations, a theme that has run through the history of the British monarchy. As the world watches how this situation unfolds, it will be interesting to see how the royal family navigates this latest challenge and what it reveals about the future direction of the institution. Ultimately, the story of the British royal family is one of endurance, adaptation, and the constant balancing act between tradition and change. In a shocking turn of events, King Charles III has stepped down from his role as the monarch of the British royal family. This unprecedented move has sent shockwaves through the United Kingdom and around the world. Camilla, Queen Consort, has reportedly been deeply affected by this development, with sources close to the palace describing her as being in tears. This decision marks a significant moment in British history, altering the future of the monarchy in ways that were previously unimaginable. The announcement came after a series of private meetings within the royal family, leading to the king's official abdication. The news of King Charles III stepping down as the monarch of the British royal family has reverberated across the globe, marking a historic moment in the centuries-old institution. This decision, which has taken many by surprise, was made following a series of private discussions within the royal family. The gravity of the situation is evident, as sources close to Buckingham Palace have revealed that Queen Consort Camilla has been deeply moved by the decision, with reports indicating that she has been brought to tears by the turn of events. King Charles' decision to abdicate has not only shaken the foundations of the monarchy, but has also left the public and royal watchers in a state of disbelief. After years of waiting in the wings, as the heir apparent, Charles ascended to the throne, following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. His reign, though short, has been marked by attempts to modernize the monarchy and address the changing dynamics of British society. However, his decision to step down comes as a significant departure from royal tradition, where abdications are rare and often carry considerable implications. In the days leading up to the announcement, there were whispers of tension and uncertainty within the royal household. Insiders have suggested that Charles faced mounting pressure, both from within the family and from external forces, to reconsider his role. The king's health, public opinion, and the future of the monarchy were reportedly central to these discussions. Despite the challenges, many believed that Charles would continue to fulfill his duties as monarch. However, the final decision to abdicate indicates the weight of the considerations he had to bear. Camilla, who has stood by Charles's side for decades, is said to have been particularly affected by the decision. As Queen Consort, she has faced her own share of public scrutiny and challenges. The prospect of Charles stepping down from the throne has added a personal dimension to the situation, amplifying the emotional toll it has taken on her. Those close to the couple have described Camilla as being visibly distressed, struggling to come to terms with the new reality of their lives. Her tears are a testament to the profound impact this decision has had on those within the royal circle. The implications of King Charles's abdication are vast and complex. For the royal family, it means a sudden shift in the line of succession, with Prince William now poised to take on the role of king sooner than anticipated. This change is likely to have far-reaching consequences for the monarchy, as William's vision for the future may differ significantly from that of his father. The British public, too, is grappling with the news as they come to terms with the idea of another transition in leadership so soon after the passing of Queen Elizabeth. Internationally, the decision has prompted reactions from world leaders and royal families across the globe. The British monarchy has long been a symbol of continuity and stability, and the abdication of a sitting monarch is a rare and significant event. Allies and observers alike are now closely watching the developments in the UK, seeking to understand the motivations behind Charles's decision and what it means for the future of one of the world's most well-known institutions. In the wake of the announcement, the media has been abuzz with speculation and analysis.
She's gonna be murdered in a car, and nobody done nothing to protect her because they know they're planning to do what they have done to my son.
Princess Diana's life was not as perfect as it seemed. Behind the fancy dresses and big smiles, she was hiding a painful truth. Before she passed away, she shared shocking things about King Charles, things that many people never knew. She spoke about feeling trapped, lonely, and even scared. She revealed secrets about their marriage, their fights, and the things that happened behind closed doors. What she said was so disturbing that it left many wondering what was really going on inside the royal family. These were not just small problems. They were deep, dark truths that changed the way people saw the man who would one day be king. And once these secrets came out, nothing was ever the same again. Charles's alleged infidelity and emotional abuse. There was always someone else in Princess Diana's marriage. No matter how hard she tried, she could never shake the feeling that Camilla Parker Bowles was always there, lurking in the background. From the very start, Diana felt she was fighting a losing battle for Charles's love and attention. Diana once said something that broke millions of hearts around the world. She said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." That one sentence said it all. She wasn't just married to Charles, she was sharing him. And no woman should have to go through that kind of pain. Diana wasn't crazy. She wasn't imagining things. She knew Charles was having an affair with Camilla, even when everyone around her tried to tell her otherwise. But instead of Charles sitting down and reassuring his young wife, he made it worse. Whenever Diana brought it up, he would gaslight her. He would say things like, "You're paranoid," or "You're imagining it," making her question her own sanity. Can you imagine the man you love turning your deepest fears into a joke? That's exactly what happened to Diana. The emotional damage Charles caused her was massive. He didn't comfort her. He didn't protect her. He left her to deal with it all alone. Diana struggled with bulimia, an eating disorder that took over her life. She once shared that Charles made fun of her weight, pushing her deeper into the illness. Instead of helping, Charles turned away. He laughed at her, called her unstable, and labeled her as the problem in their marriage. Diana was drowning, and Charles stood by watching. He laughed off her pain, told others she was being dramatic, and treated her feelings like they didn't matter. That cold behavior broke Diana from the inside. It made her feel unloved, unwanted, and like a burden. For the world, they looked like the perfect royal couple. But behind closed doors, Diana was fighting a silent war. She was trying to save a marriage that Charles had given up on long ago. No matter what she did, it was never enough because, in the end, his heart belonged to someone else, Camilla. The Tampon-gate scandal and public humiliation. If Diana had any doubts about Charles's affair, those doubts were crushed when the Tampon-gate scandal hit the headlines in 1993. The private, intimate phone call between Charles and Camilla was leaked, and the world got to hear just how deep their relationship really was. The conversation was shocking, embarrassing, and humiliating, not just for Charles, but for Diana most of all. In the call, Charles joked about wanting to be reincarnated as Camilla's tampon, words so private and bizarre that even today, they make people uncomfortable. But imagine being Diana, hearing the man you're married to, the future King of England, talk like that to another woman. It wasn't just an affair. It was proof that everything Diana had feared was true. Charles loved Camilla, not her. And now, the whole world knew it. She couldn't hide anymore. She had to smile, wave, and pretend like it was all okay while every newspaper splashed that humiliation on the front page. For Diana, this wasn't just betrayal. It was public execution of her dignity. The royal family stayed silent, as always, leaving Diana to face the world alone. The scandal only made Diana stronger, though. It fueled her desire to speak out, to tell her side of the story. She knew if she stayed quiet, she'd be buried by the lies. The world's opinion of Charles took a huge hit. People couldn't believe the man who was supposed to be their future king could speak that way, act that way, and hurt Diana so deeply. But instead of breaking her, it pushed Diana to fight harder for her truth. Diana's dark predictions and fears before her death. The saddest part of Diana's story is that she knew deep down that her life was in danger. She said it more than once. She was scared that they would kill her. But who was they? The royal family? The press? The people who didn't want her speaking out? In private conversations, Diana shared her fears openly. She once said, "They're going to kill me in a car accident." Those words hit harder now, knowing how she died. It's chilling to think about. It was like she knew what was coming but felt powerless to stop it. There's also the Mishkan note, a letter written down by her lawyer after Diana told him about a plot she feared. She believed someone wanted to tamper with her car brakes or stage a crash. She thought she was being watched, followed, and set up. And the sad part is, nobody really listened. Diana wasn't just scared for herself. She was scared for her sons, William and Harry. She knew that the more she spoke out, the more dangerous it became for her. But still, she didn't stop. She refused to be silenced, even if it cost her everything. Her death left behind so many questions. Did she know too much? Was it really just an accident? Or did someone finally decide that Diana had said enough? Post-divorce explosions. After the divorce, Diana finally started speaking her truth, and the world listened. In 1995, she gave a now-famous interview to BBC Panorama with journalist Martin Bashir. That interview changed everything. Diana didn't hold back. She spoke about Charles's betrayal, about how she was left unprotected by the royal family, and about how lonely she felt. She admitted to her struggles with bulimia and depression, But more importantly, she made it clear that she was never the crazy one. She was the one surviving in an impossible situation. One of the most powerful moments was when Diana said she didn't think Charles was fit to be king. She feared that his actions, his cold heart, and his lack of empathy made him wrong for the role, and millions of people agreed with her. The interview caused an earthquake inside the royal family. Charles's reputation took a massive hit. People couldn't look at him the same way again. The once fairy tale prince was now seen as a cheating, cold-hearted man who broke the heart of the world's princess. But for Diana, it was more than revenge. It was freedom. For the first time, she was telling her story, her way. And people finally saw the real Diana. Not the royal puppet, but the strong, brave woman fighting for her life. After the interview, Diana's life began to change. She started focusing on humanitarian work, traveling the world, and helping people. She was becoming her own person, no longer just the princess, but a global icon for compassion and courage. Final days, final words. In the last months of her life, Diana seemed different. She was finally breaking free from the royal chains. She found love again, this time with Dodi Fayed, the son of billionaire Mohammed Al Fayed. Their relationship raised many eyebrows, especially inside the royal circle. There were whispers that Diana and Dodi were planning something big. Some said she was thinking about moving to the United States, starting a new life far away from the royal family. There were even rumors that she wanted full custody of William and Harry. She didn't want her boys growing up in the same cold world that had destroyed her. Some reports claimed that Diana was planning to reveal more secrets, that she was ready to expose the royal family in a way no one had ever done before. What she knew, what she had seen. It could have shaken the monarchy to its core. But we'll never truly know what Diana was planning because she never got the chance to finish her story. On August 31st, 1997, her life was cut short in a car crash in Paris. And just like that, the world lost its princess. Even today, people wonder, what else did Diana know? What other secrets did she carry with her to the grave? Was her death really just an accident? Or was it something darker, something more planned? Princess Diana's words left the world shocked, and even today, they raise questions about what really happened behind the palace walls. Her truth changed history, but the full story may never be known. What do you think about the secrets she revealed? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more eye-opening stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.